Alright, what is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Terraria. As you can see, I'm starting down here. I just wanted to show off very quickly. I have expanded my mushroom farm because I found that, I kind of needed more mushrooms than what that little patch was providing, in order to make my, shine potions. I now have a pretty hefty supply. You can see I've got a full stack on my, hotbar there. But yeah, that's pretty decent. I found that with that little patch, a lot of times I would end up having to go down into the underground where the natural mushroom biome was. Well, quote unquote natural. It was natural, and then I modified it to make it a better farm. um, but yeah, I got tired of having to go down there, so it was just like, it was a massive hassle. But now you can see, I've been doing a fair bit of farming. I have a lot of materials stocked up, and I also have quite a few shine potions stacked up in reserve. I also have a good number of healing potions, so we should be all good there. I should also mention, where did I put them? Did I put those up here? I made some more chests up here. I made one for ice. I ended up separating the cold blocks, the snow from the ice. I made one for corrupted stone. So this is where all the ebon stone has been going. One for corrupted sand because, my sand box was getting really full, and my stone was like more corrupted ebon stone than it was actual stone. So, I'd go in here and I'd be looking for stone for bricks, and it's just like mostly, you know, ebon stone. It's like I can't make bricks out of that. So what good is it? Um, but yeah, so today what we're gonna be doing, guys, is a little bit of prep work for the eater, or the eater of worlds. Is that correct? Yeah, the corruption boss. So I'm gonna show you guys what I've been doing now. Of course, I believe I already showed this off. Or if I didn't, I showed a good bit of it off. I fought King Slime whilst I was working on this area over here. This takes us all the way over to the jungle, and that's my little jungle fishing hole. Um, and I found King Slime, and of course I was recording, so that will show up at some point. I don't know exactly when I'm going to interject that. I think I'm going to put that somewhere in this recording session, though. And then I came over to the corruption, and you can see I've started flattening that out. I'm going to be getting rid of all of this stuff up here. And then I came down here to where we found all the shadow orbs, and I have made a very long and hopefully a adequately high battle arena for fighting the Eater of Souls. Now, one of the things that I as I was doing this, and then as I started doing this, I was thinking, okay, so my next recording session is going to be me fighting the Eater of Worlds, right? So I'm like, okay, so I'm going to have to go down here, I'm going to smash some shadow orbs and whatnot, and we're going to deal with all of that. Hopefully get some good weapons from that, and then fight the Eater of Worlds. And then I was thinking about that, I was like, wait a minute. Once you smash a shadow orb, meteors start to spawn. They start falling. And I thought about that, and I was like, I did all of this work to make these nice flat areas and these tunnels, and it would really be a shame if a meteor just came and plowed into the ground and absolutely destroyed it. And I was just like, crap. What do we do about this? And I was like, okay, so I have to do some other things. Now, this actually what I'm going to be doing today actually ties into what we're going to be doing after the corruption anyway. But what I'm going to do is, for now, I'm going to do a little bit of testing. And that testing is going to be very simple. Right now, we are at about 200 surface or so. I am going to make a whole bunch of wood platforms, and I'm actually going to do them 2 wide. Normally, for the purposes of just jumping up and down, I would actually make them 1 wide, but they can be a little funky to get my get my fat butt up there, and down. You know, any tiny little thing that comes by and taps me will just absolutely, you know, throw me off, and then I'm just completely at the mercy of gravity. You know, bad things happen. That's a long-winded way of saying bad things happen. So, what am I doing here? Basically, I am trying to test how high in the air can I go before Harpies start to spawn. I don't know if there's actually a separate biome, quote-unquote, where Harpies will spawn. I have no idea. So I don't know if this is eventually going to change from, you know, 200 something surface to, like, you know, air or, you know, sky or something like that. But after we deal with the corruption, one of the things I plan on doing is starting to look for sky islands. And as such, I'm gonna need a way up into the air, right? So this is also slightly prep work for that. Thus far, I'm not seeing anything. I'm a little surprised we're not seeing anything yet. How high up are we? I guess we're not that high up, right? And honestly, the higher up we can go without having to deal with Harpies, the better. Because what I'm planning on doing, a lot of people, they'll make like a sky bridge up in the air so that they can, like, you know, go across the land. And I will be doing something somewhat similar. You can actually see I've already started down here. That's what this long ass thing is going to be for. It's actually going to be for putting down a big mine track so I can go, you know, from one side of the map to the other faster, because I found that having to constantly go back and forth between my home and the corruption whilst I was doing work in there, it was a massive pain in the ass. It really, really was. And having a faster way over would definitely be better. So, still not there, eh? So I'm guessing right now that it will differentiate between surface and, like, the sky at 400 feet, roughly. I'm guessing. That's going to be my guesstimate. I have no idea if there's information regarding this online. I'm sure there is. Actually, now that I think about it, there's got to be, right? There's you know, information about everything related to Terraria online somewhere. You'll also see that, you know, I took off the vanity clothing, the Pharaoh's robes and whatnot. I just, you know, they're cool, but it's like, I got bored with them after a while. Plus, I kind of like the look of the shadow armor. It looks pretty neat. It's neato! I am surprised that it didn't change to, like, sky. Okay, maybe it's at, like, 500 feet. Hell if I know. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm testing. And then once I find that point, right. I'll have to go back down, and I'll have to get, I think I'll get some red brick, or maybe just some clay to make some red brick. And I will note where that area is, up in the sky, with a, much like I did, down here, with, where the surface and the underground biome barrier is. Or the divide, however you wanna call it. That way I will have a visual representation for where it is, and I won't accidentally miss it sometime. Damn. How high up can I go? I guess it's at 500 feet, maybe? give or take. I don't know, nothing's coming for me yet. Which is crazy to me. How high up can you go without having harpies spawn on you? I'm about halfway up into the sky at this point, so I really expect them any second now to come and just absolutely. And by the way, I also got the Zealous Code 1, which was a very odd name for this weapon. And it has some strange things. I'm not sure if this is some kind of special weapon, but I found that in the traveling merchant, and I tried it out, and oh, it's a yo-yo. It's one of these yo-yo type weapons, and I bought it and I tried it out on a couple of things, and I think I do like it, but I like it for very specific situations. I think it's actually going to be my weapon of choice when I do start fighting the Eater of Worlds, because it can do, it can sit in one place and continue doing damage, which is going to be pretty good against the Eater of Worlds, I think, since he has such a large body. I was talking about how I didn't have a weapon with penetration on it, and I was like, I would really like that. And I don't think this weapon really has penetrate on it, but it might be close enough. So I feel reasonably confident fighting the Eater of Worlds with that weapon. And 600 feet, maybe? Really? Nothing at 600 feet. There we go. There we go. Yeah, you can see this, that yo-yo is, pretty decent, actually, as a weapon. You just have to be really precise with it. Okay, so let me find exactly where this is. Oh, even in 608. It seems like even at 608 there are harpies spawning. Or did multiple spawn when I went up there and they were waiting to come down to me? I don't know. These are things I'm gonna have to test. So let me go ahead and test them then. So this is, every block is 2, so I need to go to the next 5 here. And this should be exactly 600, right? Yes, exactly 600. So we're gonna wait here for a second. Yep, I believe it is 600. Okay, so 600 feet most likely, or thereabouts, is where harpies will start to spawn on you. So that means I want to stay below 600 feet if I want to not have to deal with harpies. So, with that being the case, let me just hop on down like this. And boop. Thank God for that double jump. I'll go into my building supplies, grab my red bricks. And we will head on back up there. It may take a little while, but we are going to head on back up there. A little bit longer than it took to come back down, but otherwise it's not that bad. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put red brick right here. And I am basically going to call that like the no-fly zone, or something of the like. Like, that is where I do not want to be. And then I will put some red brick on the other side as well. And I will come up here just because I want to lengthen this a little bit. And actually, if a couple of Harpies spawn, that's not a bad thing for me right now. I could probably use their feathers in various potions and whatnot. I'm not going to make that super long. Again, I'm not really looking for a Sky Island right now. If I happen to find one, I mean, hey, that's cool, but you know, I'm not looking for one. Instead, I am preparing to deal with some other things. Okay, so we do this. Let me go ahead and just take out all the wood platforms on the left side. And I expect that a Harpy will come along shortly to ruin what I'm doing here. Okay, excellent. That worked just fine. Okay, and now what I want to do, use a shine potion here so I can see. What I want to do is basically I want to make a large dirt like biome up here, and I think I will make it right around 570. I think 570 would be a pretty good 570 feet. It's pretty good. I mean, it gives me, you know, if I double jump up here, I'll probably exceed the 600-foot mark and start having to deal with Harpies, but outside of that, I shouldn't have that many problems. Now, what I do want to do here, and this may take some doing here, is I want to make this nice and thick. And the reason why I want to make it nice and thick is, again, this is basically meant to be protecting my ground down here that I've taken so much time and painstakingly flattened out to keep it flat. And so I want to protect it from meteorites. So what I want to do is I want to make this real thick. And let's see, this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thick? 5 thick ain't gonna cut it. No, we wanna do something like 10 thick. So this is 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the only way I'm gonna do that is I'll probably have to extend out like this. Yeah, okay, so I'll have to make a wood platform down here that will extend out. So basically the main idea here is I'm going to make this up here, and I am going to take it all the way to the left. Now, again, I've only managed to flatten out to basically about here and all the way to about here. So I'm not going to bother taking this big old thing way the hell over here, over the jungle, over the ocean, over there. I'm not going to take it all the way over here. I'm not going to, you know, take it over the dungeon and over the ocean over there. I'm just going to take it from right about here in the center of the screen. Well, actually, I'll probably cover that hole as well. And I will take that all the way over to about where that rope is. And if meteorites fall elsewhere, that's fine, because I still have to, you know, mine that out anyway. But I will be expanding this as I go. So I just wanted to go ahead and show that to you guys. And I am probably going to go ahead and I suppose I'll cut here. And maybe I'll put in the Slime King fight right in here, because that was pretty fun. And then if any, I will keep recording, of course, right now. And then if anything happens, anything fun or interesting, like a goblin armory or something, I don't know, happens, then I will go ahead and I'll cut back into that. Or me, falling like a dumb. Falling like a dumb and killing myself. That would be entertaining, right? You guys would enjoy that. Yeah, if that happens, I will be sure to cut back in. Um, or if I find like a sky island, I'll cut in for that. But other than that, yeah, I will cut here, and I will see you guys when I'm done, and we will be going to take on the Eater of Worlds. So, see you guys in just a second.